I personally like writing inspirational, realistic fiction about life and choosing correct paths and learning to make a difference. As far as I can tell, your book falls under these same ideas without the fictional aspect. Do you have any advice for me or anybody else who is in a small way trying to follow in your book's footsteps of making a difference?
Well, do it. That would be my first, because I think every, I don't know, journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. It's like every little step is valuable. So that's the only thing about what you said that I wish you wouldn't have had to say, which is in a small way, because it could be a huge way you don't know. And so think of, what you're doing is so important. And I think as long as it's authentic and vulnerable, I think those two things are really important. So you put yourself out there in whatever way, even if it's fiction, it's still coming from you and it's coming from inside of you. And if you're real, then the closer you can get to, it's like a tuning fork, the closer you can get to real, the more it'll actually resonate out into everything else. So that's kind of it. I mean, that feels like a poster too, but it's sort of, I don't know what else can be more effective than to say authenticity and vulnerability, those two things I think are the key to almost everything, because if you can be real and be open, it allows other people to do it too. I've done this show now since the book came out a lot more, and I'm realizing that really all I have to do is show up and be present and be open, and it's amazing what happens, because it allows everybody else to open up just a little bit, even if you just get a little crack in there, and then they'll start to see themselves in your stories, and a lot can happen.